And we are live. What is up, guys? This is time to wrestle with Suplexus. I am Suplexus, and today I'm gonna review the Royal Rumble pay-per-view of 2022. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, okay. Everything's working. Sounds working. Just gonna tell some people that I'm live, and then we will get started. Alright, so let's do this now. Let's start with the presentation. So, tonight was the Royal Rumble. And honestly, the show was like mid, I'd say. Because there were like a lot of things that I agreed with, like a lot of decisions that I agreed with, and a bit that I didn't agree with so much. But let's stop talking about that and let's get into it. So to kick off, we had Roman Reigns defending his championship against Seth Rollins, and this this was this wasn't surprising because the thing with Roman, he either kicks off a show or he ends it. There's no in between. There's no middle ground. He either kicks it off or he ends the show. And in this case, he kicked it off by defending the title against Seth Rollins. So lately on SmackDown, Seth Rollins has been getting under Roman Reigns' skin by judging his family, and basically, this match told that story. So, early on, Roman Reigns was getting manhandled. Like, in the beginning, he lost his shit. He completely beat the crap out of him, and then he was like just going after him, like no thought process. And then Seth capitalized on that, and then he started gaining the upper hand. He threw him outside the ring. He he did the dive on him. He like dived over the top rope twice, and then he did all these moves. And later on in the match, he got Roman Reigns in a power bomb, and then he power bombed him through the table, and then he chucked him in the ring, and he set up for the power bomb into the turnbuckle, like the corner of the ring, right? So he did that, and then he started making fun of him. He started talking about the Shield, like their former faction. So he went on the top rope. He did a frog splash, got a near fall after the power bomb. Then he did a Phoenix splash. He missed, and he got a Superman punch. And then And then Roman was going for the spear, but he evaded it. He did the powerbomb into the apron and curb stomped 1-2 a near fall. So then, so then he was getting ready to do another move like the powerbomb into the apron or the curb stomp again, but Roman dodged and he Superman punches him. And then this is where the match got picked up a bit. So Roman was going for the spear. As soon as he tried to go for it, and just like back in 2016, Seth countered it into a pedigree, a near fall. And then he went for another curb stomp. He missed. He went for another one. And Roman Reigns caught him in the guillotine, to which there was a weird ending. So, Roman Reigns had him in the guillotine. Seth Rollins was passed out. The submission you see on the screen is the guillotine. He was passed out, and then he reached for the rope. So he didn't. He tried to get to the rope, but he couldn't. And then the ref raised his arm to see if he'd tap, but then he grabbed the rope thanks to the ref's assist. So it was seemingly a rope break, but then Roman just kept locking it in. After his family was made fun of, he just kept locking it in, and he got disqualified due to Seth having his arm on the rope and him refusing to let go of the hold. So basically, the story of the match was Roman can't beat Seth when it counts, and he still didn't beat him. He was about to beat him if it wasn't for the ref putting his arm on the rope because Seth was passed out, but he just kept holding it, and Seth had his hand on the rope, but he still, well, the match still ended. So after the match, Roman snapped. He grabbed the chair and he whirled at Seth. Like he went so bad on Seth with that chair that it like broke, like the top part broke. Yeah. And then he did the pose at the end. But overall for this match, honestly, it was good, but it was a little disappointing. Like the ending kind of wrecked it. Like I'd give this match 3.5 stars. I would give it 4, but that'd be being too generous. So 3.5 stars. It's a good match. The ending wrecked it though. But I believe they're setting up for another match. As you can see, this fan is not very happy. But I believe they're setting up for another match in February at Elimination Chamber. Maybe no disqualification. Maybe last man standing. We'll have to see about that. So, anyways, let's move on to the next match, which is the Women's Royal Rumble match. So, this match, to me, was very disappointing because the beginning was solid until the legends started coming. So, it's good to have one or two legends, but they just gave like 10 slots in the match out of 30, 10 slots to legends who haven't wrestled for years. And then they come in and they're like messing up their moves. They're like botching their moves all the time. And like the wrestling just simply wasn't good. Like Sasha Banks was the only one that knew how to wrestle in the first half of the match. And then the news the stars now started coming out. But overall, this match was average or forgettable if it weren't for one thing. Oh yeah, also I want to mention there's some anime cosplays. Like I watch anime, so that's kind of cool. There's some anime cosplays. So Zelina Vega was dressed as Madara from Naruto, and there was Sasha Banks dressed as Sailor Moon, like a Sailor Moon character. So yeah. But the only thing carrying the match was at the end. Ronda Rousey made a return. What the hell? Like I thought she was pregnant, man. But she came out and she won the whole thing, man. So now we're gonna get Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. And at first I was like, give it to a new star like Bianca Belair, have her win 2 Royal Rumbles in a row. But now it's like I'm okay with this because it's a big money match and they're not selling WrestleMania tickets that well. So just do it. It was a good surprise. It saved the match. Probably the worst women's Royal Rumble match out of like the 5 that have happened. But this saved it. I'd give this match 3 stars. I mean, Royal Rumble matches are never bad, but this was like the worst a Royal Rumble match could be. So, 3 stars. It was okay, but I'll forget it in the next month probably. So, anyways, the next match we had was Becky Lynch versus Doudrop for the Raw Women's Championship. So, this match to me, it was good. Don't get me wrong. Doudrop, great. Becky Lynch, greater. They are two amazing performers. The only thing is, it is so goddamn obvious that Becky Lynch was gonna retain. Because Becky Lynch, she came back last year in August at SummerSlam. She came back and won the title in like 5 seconds, beating Bianca Belair, who won last year's Royal Rumble, who won who won the title in the main event of WrestleMania. She beat her in 5 seconds. And Doudrop's like a basic heel, number one. So this was obviously a filler feud. Don't get me wrong. Those two being the people in the filler feud saved it. Because if this was like Nia Jaxi, this match would have been bad. But they told a decent David versus Goliath story, and then Becky Lynch retained in the end when she hit the manhandle slam from the top rope. Decent ending, protects Doudrop with the manhandle slam from the top rope. Nobody else has taken it but her. Decent ending. Move on to the next feud. That is all. Oh man. And the next match on the card. Oh yeah. Wait one sec. The rating I give for this match, I would say it's a solid 3 stars. It it was a mid match. It was a great match. But what's the story? We've done this so much. Smaller person versus large person. We've done this so much. It's the same thing over and over. It's like, Roman Reigns' line, the one he said to Cena. It's too inappropriate for YouTube. Yep. Anyways, next we got Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. I was hyped for this match and is slightly disappointed. So basically, the match started. It's just suplex, a suplex. Like they're first they're like smashing each other, like they're going at each other, and then it's a Brock Lesnar match. What could I say? Suplex, suplex, suplex. But then Lashley hits him back with the suplex. Brock does two suplexes in a row, but then Lashley fires back with some clobbering forearms to the face. And then Brock takes him to Suplex City. Boom, boom, boom. Lashley fights through it. He hits a spear on him. He goes for the cover. I was like, no way they end it here. And I was right. They didn't end it there. So then Lashley hits another spear. Lesnar goes to the outside. Lashley's doing laps around. Lesnar's getting deja vu from day one. He's doing laps. He goes for the spear, but Lesnar dodges. He chucks him in the ring, more suplexes, and then he goes for the up. Well, actually, first, Lashley attempts the full Nelson, the Hurt Lock on Lesnar. I thought he was gonna pass out. I thought that was it. But then he bumps into the ref in the corner, and then he goes for that five. Oh shit! Lashley kicked the ref when he was getting F5'd. And then my man Roman Reigns once again fucks over Brock Lesnar. So he goes to the ring, he hits a spear on Brock Lesnar. He looks at Paul Heyman, the man that's been torn between Roman and Brock for months. He manages Brock. He's been managing Brock for the past 2 months before that Roman. And Roman asks for the title. And Heyman gives him the title. He senses vulnerability. He senses that Brock might not walk out with the gold. He gives him the title. Roman smashes him with the title. Bobby goes for the pin. One, two, three. And your new WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. God damn. So, all the rumors suggested that Roman Reigns would be the one to lose the title to Seth Rollins, and Brock would beat Bobby Lashley. But look at that. I predicted, the genius himself predicted that Bobby would win. I'm kidding about that, but what the fuck? So, Bobby wins, and Brock is pissed. And Paul Heyman acknowledges his tribal chief, the Needle Mover, the head of the table. And then Brock's night might be over. So next, we have the mixed tag match. We have Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on The Miz and Maurice. So in this match, it was probably the best match of the night. Pains me. Like, oh yeah, the last match I'd give a solid 3.5 stars. I'm gonna demote the first match to 3. It was mid. The last match, the Lesnar Lashley one, it was better. Never mind, both them 3.5. What am I thinking? Yeah. So this match happens, and it's a mixed tag match. Get the regular spots in. Maurice brings back the bag with the brick in it. Like what the hell? She smacks Beth Phoenix with it. I thought that was it. She kicked out. And then, as you see on the screen, Beth Phoenix hits a power bomb on the Miz. The power of this woman. God damn. Like, how many pounds does the Miz weigh? Jesus. But, anyways, she hits the power bomb. Edge hits the elbow. 1, 2. Kick out. And then there's a point in the match where Miz and Maurice hit a skull crushing finale on Edge. I thought that was it. He kicks out. And then we get the we get the normal shtick in these type of matches. They both do the spear. They both do the glam slam. The glamour's on and Edge walk out with the dub. So that was a decent match. I'd give it like 3.75 stars, 3.5. It's match of the night probably. But now everybody put your kids to bed. It's time for the Royal Rumble match. So match kicks off good. We have Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles giving us WrestleMania 34 flashbacks with their duel in the beginning. And then we got Austin Theory. We got all these indie guys. We got Bobby Roode, a TNA chant. Oh yeah, for the Women's Rumble, I forgot to mention Mickey James, TNA champion. That's interesting. So we got back to the men's match. We got all this stuff that's going all good. It's like a solid Rumble match, solid spots. Stupid jackass actor gets kicked in the face by Sami Zayn. He gets eliminated, and then Drew McIntyre comes out. I'm like, this guy's winning. This guy's gonna take it. So he does his shtick. He eliminates people, and number 3's gonna come out. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, it's Brock Lesnar. So Brock comes out, he annihilates everyone, and then him and Drew are the final two. I I was saying since since we ever since like September of last year, October, ever since Drew went to SmackDown, I've been saying he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. He is the one to take down Roman. But what do you know? Brock Lesnar eliminates Drew McIntyre. What the fuck? So I know I sound pretty pissed. The reason is it's alright one UFC per timer winning, but what the hell? Drew McIntyre versus Roman is the main event. That is the Austin Rock. That is the Cena Orton. That is those matches. Those two have been carrying the WWE since 2018. Give them the match. And Drew McIntyre, go back to 2020, he eliminated Brock Lesnar. He beat him at WrestleMania. And you know who he beat him in front of? No one. You gotta give him his moment. Drew should have won this match. I believe. And I hope to God that Drew McIntyre makes Lesnar and Roman a triple threat because I don't have time to watch those two main event another WrestleMania in a lackluster match. There's there's a limited amount of time on this earth, and I don't want to spend that time watching the same thing over and over. It's like the same thing. Like I want to watch something else. But anyways, Brock eliminates Drew. Drew's looking disappointed on the outside, and it's at that moment I realized this man was meant to win the Rumble. Brock Lesnar's the only reason he didn't. I hope he wins the WrestleMania Chamber match and makes that shit a triple threat. That is what I hope in my heart of hearts. But anyways, that is the show. This Rumble match, I give it 4 stars. It was solid. It was fun from the beginning to the end. Not the best one. I'd say the best one's 2020 still, but this was close. So overall, I'll give the show 3.5 stars. It was a B plus. It was a B plus show. It wasn't quite an A. It was better than a C. It's a B plus. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know what? As a bonus, I didn't plan this. Let me give some quick predictions. I think at Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia next month, we're gonna get Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match where Roman Reigns beats Seth Rollins. I think we're gonna get Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar in a steel cage match for the heavyweight title, where Bobby Lashley beats Brock Lesnar again. And I think we're gonna get the WrestleMania Chamber match, and this is more something I want. Biggie, you should fight Lashley, but Drew should be inserted into that three-way. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre wins, and he makes that match a triple threat at WrestleMania 38. There you go. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. This has been Suplexus.